final matchup here of the second round of the playoffs, the division round. You got the Cowboys versus the Eagles. They split the series um, in the regular season. Cowboys got smacked the first game of the season, and then they won a shootout in the second game of the season. Looking at what they got rocking here, and nothing crazy. They are going to have some shotgun two-back play sheets and West Coast play sheets. I mean, I particularly don't like that, but we'll see. Auto upgrades here. Jadon Blue had a big game last game against the Falcons. Can he be their playoff hero again in against the Eagles? I don't know. I'm picking the Eagles here. Eagles just been one of the better teams. You know, first in points, sixth in pass yards, second in rush yards. They stopped the run. Giants, you know, they're just mid, and I mean the Giants, Cowboys are just mid, and I'd be a real shame if they won. So, especially because my Eagles, you know, they're my birds, and anytime you lose to the Cowboys, no matter if it's in real life or in Madden, it doesn't feel good. The ball. Saquon Barkley did win Offensive Player of the Week for the NFC in the first round of the playoffs. He had 20 carries for 141 yards at 7.1, a rush and a rushing touchdown, plus 3 receptions for 77 yards and a receiving touchdown. He was very clutch, and he's in that CMC role. If you don't know, I think this offense is perfect for the Eagles. They're in the San Francisco West Coast zone run. I mean, I think their defense isn't the best, especially scheme-wise, but hey, you're running the ball, you're doing good. Their weekly strategy, they got angry runner outside the club, people movers, transparents, trimmed edges, happier feet, red zone passing sheet, screen game, heavy eye play sheet, and 2-minute play sheet. So all offense here. And this heavy eye was pretty good for the Chargers when they had it equipped, and then when they didn't have it equipped, they got absolutely just boat raced by the Bengals. And if you haven't seen that game and you're a Bengals fan, I recommend going to see that because it's what the Bengals could be in a an alternate universe where uh, hurts where Burrow doesn't get hurt and their defense actually plays somewhat competent. Anyway, we did our upgrades, and let's get into this one. I'm predicting a win here for the Eagles. I think close game, but they pull away at the end.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They run it again with Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he will have a Cowboys first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
For a Cowboys first down.
run. This is Jaden Blue. A strong running. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Fires a slant complete to Tolbert. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Eagles.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll slither by. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
It's a pickup.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7.
At the Eagles' 26-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
First down. It's a gain of 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
It's a gain of 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Prescott. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Cowboys first down.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
Prescott down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And you have to figure that this is a confident quarterback who gets to start here. Coming off of a victory in round 1, team doesn't have to travel. They get another home game here in the divisional round. And I know it sounds cliche, but playing at home, huge for a quarterback, huge for his team. They want to take advantage of it.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's good for Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Barkley push, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. 7-7, our score after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. As they've got it as we resume action. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Prescott from the gun. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Second down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now a second and
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kenny Clark able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Oh, able to avoid him. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
And the Cowboys, 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's taken down inside the 30. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the 1st.
For a Cowboys 1st down. It's a gain of 10. And a Cowboy 1st down.
Between the tackles. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Screenplay set up for Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Cowboys 1st down. A gain of 9 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing. Prescott. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jalen Carter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. And maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. They'll try to run for it with Blue. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action yet. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The quick feet by Jackson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Hurts. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Prescott to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
Off the draw, here's Williams. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A 42-yard attempt.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 42 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime now here on Sunday night primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Eagles 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Cowboys.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Right back to Tolbert. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Snap will come from the 31 on second and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he stopped immediately there. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
A 1-yard gain brings up third and 6.
He'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So on fourth down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Eagles.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
Throwing is Hurts. Out left to Dotson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kenny Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looking to throw, Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Again, it's Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the Cowboys first down. 2 yards on the play.
Now Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. A gain of 3 on
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Drops it to Blue, complete. And a nice stiff arm that opens room to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Cowboys.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The Cowboys on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Williams will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Prescott now. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's accelerating, and off he goes. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. That for a momentum swing. You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Elliott on for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. They had 2 straight 1st downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. Oh, what a move. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Williams is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Williams again. but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jordan Davis with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Shotgun and run with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
Taken down right at the line.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle to Smith. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Kenny Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 78 yards. And the Eagles use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Elliott now to add the extra point. Up to 5. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 5. A minute 17 remains. It's got to be a touchdown here, and that won't be easy. On the road in the playoffs as they've got it with a first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Makes it 3rd and 10.
Here's Dak. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now after the play, oh man, it's Prescott who appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often. A wasted down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. And the Eagles season will continue at least one more week. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Pull out an ugly win there in the end, 28-23. Let's look at this box score. The Cowboys, Dak Prescott was playing very well. 29 for 32, 257 yards, and a passing touchdown. He did get hurt, and Milton had to come in. But he was sacked 6 times, Prescott, so that's not good. Javonte Williams running the ball nice. Jadon Blue did have a touchdown, so touchdown in what? Back-to-back playoff games. He had 3 catches for 33 yards. Holbert, 8 for 97. I mean, the playbook just doesn't feature who it needs to feature. Probably needs a scheme change. Also, Javonte had 4 for 26 and a touchdown. But it's all about the Eagles and the defense here. Jalen Hurts, 161 yards passing. That's it. 1 passing touchdown. Saquon Barkley is Saquon Barkley. Only 9 attempts, 100 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, 2 for 15 rushing. A.J. Brown, Mr. Playoffs, 4 for 136 and a touchdown. Now, one of the reasons why they didn't have the ball that much on offense is because they got a defensive touchdown. Jalen Carter was a beast. Ojulari showed up out of nowhere. Nakobe Dean's a beast. Jordan Davis, a sack. Ty Robinson, a sack. No interceptions, but we did have this forced fumbled by Aziz Ojulari, and it was Nolan Smith who took it 82 yards to the house. So, that little man has a lot of speed, and he was gone. So, a big win for my Eagles coming off a night where their defense absolutely balled out against the Packers and won a 10-7 slobber knocker of a Monday Night Football game. So, let's go. Let's go Eagles. Go Birds. Thanks for watching. Check out the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship games coming out very soon.